Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Izzet Treasures! So I always like having a treasure deck in every meta ever since the Goldspan Dragon was in the play, and with the release of Ixalan, there's some crazy cards released for treasures. We got the Brass Tunnel Grinder, which it doesn't really do treasure that well, but it does help us filter our deck a little bit better. It's kind of like a discard your hand, draw that many card, +1 sort of synergy. The small wheel. We also have the treasure map, which allow us to create treasures, albeit slowly, but we can still create treasures that way. We also have the Belligerent, a crew 3/5/5 that whenever it attacks, we're going to create a treasure. And then we can also, near the end of the turn, look at the top card and play that card however we like. Right? If it's a land, we can play a land. If it's a spell, we can cast that spell. That's pretty good. And then we also have the ultimate card that we got in the set, which is Hit the Mother Lode. I really love this card. It's so fun. It's Discover 10. If the Discover card mana value is 10, less than 10, we create treasure equal to the difference. And you know what's great about Discover 10 with a 7 mana cast? Well, we can cheat it out with Chandra with just 5 mana and then double it. That's crazy. That's Discover 10 twice. And also, well, we got Galvanic Iteration to do just that. And with a treasure deck, hopefully we can get to the amount of mana necessary to double cast Hit the Mother Lode and really hit the Mother Lode. So the game plan is to basically do that and then win in that kind of a burst, even though in the beginning it doesn't seem like our deck does much. I added a lot of fancy cards in the deck to see whether or not it can work, so it's definitely not fine-tuned, but it does look like a fun deck, in my opinion. So in the early game, we got 4 Goldhound, 4 Riveteers Requisitioner, that's my typical treasure package. I also have 4 Make Disappear to counter any sort of early game aggression that does not synergize just with a Cavern of Souls. Maybe, who knows. Of course, we have 2 Galvanic Iteration and 2 Treasure Map, double spells, and then help us kind of scry and filter and get our treasures whenever we can. Then in the 3-drop, I also added in a crazy card to help our treasure. That's the Zoetic Glyphs. The Zoetic Glyphs is an enchant artifact. The enchant artifact is a golem creature. It's a 5/4. And also, whenever it's put in the graveyard, we get to discover 3. So we got a lot of treasures. Guess what? We can make those treasures into 5/4s. And whenever it gets killed somehow, we can discover 3, which can help us discover these smaller package cards a little bit better. And also, we got 1 Brass Tunnel. You don't want too many, but Brass Tunnel card is not that bad because whenever we descend, right? Descend is whenever a permanent card is put into a graveyard from anywhere, from our side, right? We get to put a board counter, and whenever there's 3 board counters, we can flip this into a crazy card that discovers a crazy land to help us discover whenever it pays for mana. And we do have a lot of permanent cards. We got cards like Riveteers Requisitioner, Goldhound. They're all permanent cards meant to put into the graveyard. Zoetic Glyph is a permanent card that's meant to be put into the graveyard. And then we got the Belligerent. Maybe our opponent can kill that, but that's pretty much it. You don't have that many permanent cards, but definitely enough for this to qualify a Brass Tunnel Grinder. Just one off, maybe. And then, of course, we got 4 big scores for the Treasure Maker. 1 Belligerent just to attack. Crew 3 isn't that hard because we got the Riveteers Requisitioner. And we got the Burn Down the House tokens. Then in the 5-drop, I forgot to talk about this. Hurl into History. Counter target artifact or creature spell, and then discover X, where X is that spell's mana value. So basically, we're trying to catch a creature spell and then discover based on that creature's casting cost. We also have 2 Invasion of Arcavios, and then 4 Burn Down the House. Invasion of Arcavios, of course, to get a wish board, which I'll talk about later. Burn Down the House to help us survive longer or to have an endgame. Then we have 2 Chandra, Hope's Beacon, to help us copy our Hit the Mother Lode. And then we got 3 Hit the Mother Lode to hit the Mother Lode. That's what I really want to do with this deck. In fact, that should be the deck's art. And then the land base, I don't really know what to put in the land. 24 lands total, just basic Izzet. We got 5 Island, 5 Mountain, 1 Otawara, no Soakazin. I don't know how well Soakazin does in this deck. Maybe you can cut the Mountain, put in Soakazin if you really want to. It's not that bad. So it's just I didn't put it in here because I don't see it being that useful overall. And then we got 3 Restless Spire. I didn't want to put 4 because I want to untap lands as much as I can because this deck is kind of slow. And then we have 4 Shivan Reef, 4 Stormcarved Coast because we have no fast 2-color lands. And then we got 2 Mirrex just so that in the control matchup we can do something with Mirrex. And then Now let's go to the wish board. We got one Galvanic Iteration, one more to kind of get out. We got one Filter out to bounce all non-creature, non-land permanents. If our opponent has some sort of artifact synergy, maybe we can do it with that. We got one Alchemist Gambit in case we want to really just kind of go all out and then, you know, get all the cards back. We got one Devious Cover-Up that basically help us recycle the deck. We got one Farewell, one Wise Sun Zenith, and one Silver Scrutiny. Silver Scrutiny is already for card draw. These two cards actually are tricks. Farewell and Wise Sun Zenith is white. We don't have white in the deck. This deck started off with as Jeskai Treasure, but I kept these in the sideboard because I think they're pretty good. And we have a lot of treasures to utilize to get the effect that our opponent don't expect, right? Our opponent's not going to expect a Farewell on Izzet deck or a Wise Sun Zenith against an Izzet deck, and this can help us kill all the enchantments if we need it. And this can help us gain life if we need it. In fact, this Galvanic Iteration should not be here. I think I fine-tuned this deck once too many times that the card is mixed up. What we want is the Witness the Future. Where's Witness the Future? Witness the Future. Urza's Command. These are forecasts now. These are all forecasts. Did I already pass the 3 casts? Probably. I could just type it up, but I'd rather look it up this way. WT. Where do we get the W? There's W. Go to sideboard. There we go. No Galvanic. Alright, so we want to have 2 Galvanic in the main board, none in the sideboard. We don't really need it in the sideboard since we already have it in the main board. And the double casting might help us in some scenarios, but again, this is a very janky deck. And, you know, when the standard just started with the release of Ixalan, it's fun to play a little bit of a jank. Because, you know, this is the best time to have fun before everybody figure out what is the best net deck to copy. Alright, now we got Rig QI, 1996. Cool beans. Alright, this is terrible for us. We got 1 red mana into basically a lot of cards we were not going to be able to play. Do we keep this hand, though? It's probably not a keepable hand. But if we can play the Grass Tunnel Grinder, we can just kind of recycle a lot of the cards. Alright. Let's see what kind of deck they are. Legolas. Legolas not playing his spells. Pew! Also, okay, I think he's still in the mulligan stage because I don't have my pet. So our opponent's mulliganing very long time. We're going second though. Shouldn't they finish their mulligan already? Is this a server situation? No, that was mulligan. That's weird. All right, they are control. I don't like that. They're band control. Oh boy, I don't like that at all. But not much I can do. I will have to hold up a counter spell instead of playing the Riveteers Requisitioner. Because he could easily just counter it. Glimpse. Well, we will counter that. Goldhound's fun, but a little slow, so... I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. Do I want the glyphs? I do want the glyphs. Hit the Mother Lode, I also do want, so I will keep those. Oh, there was the Scar. For some reason, I thought it was Shuffle. Okay, is my turn now? Did I draw a card? It is my turn. I didn't even notice it was my turn. Alright, do we Zoetic Glyphs onto the Brass Tunnel? I think it would just die though, right? We'll put the Restless Spire out. I have to put this on an artifact, and I actually have no treasure. Angel. Perfectly get the Cavern on time. Flying First Strike. Back up on himself. Do we just burn this house down? I don't know if burning his house down is worth it, because I kind of tapped myself off for that. But kind of have to do it here, huh? This is not going to do much with just Discover 3. Our treasure deck's not getting us the treasure we need, so that's unfortunate. This only burns his side, so we're not going to get a trigger on the board. Oh, I can't even turn this into a creature. All I drew were islands. So unfortunate. He gets to draw a card. And then his Fornlock Well gets countered, because that's not an angel. I mean, who didn't see that coming, right? What does he have? Glimpse, Angel, alright. Good for him. We have very bad opener, so of course that was going to happen. And this is a legendary artifact, so we don't want to turn that into a little glyph-y dude. I would get on mountains now. It's a little late for Lenny. What can we do? Burn down the house isn't going to kill the Atraxa. Nor do I care about killing the Atraxa. Can't block, right? It's a 5-4, but it also cannot block, so having a 5-4 really doesn't mean much. Let's see if he blocks. He doesn't block. We'll get our Toxic on that way if he doesn't block. He might not see it, but we can Toxic him to death. Takes 500 turns, but we might be able to do it. Angel again, okay. It's just an Angel deck. Fair point. I mean, I actually want my Zoetic Glyph to die, so... Okay. Totally fine. I'll put it on the bottom. I don't want it. Alright, let's discover 3. Make disappear. That's like the only card that's worthless here. He blocks. He shoots, he scores. Do we make the devils here? Do we want to Galvanic the devil? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we'll make the devils. It's ever so slightly a card. Not great, yeah. Not great as a opener, but you know what? I mean, oh wait, no. It's on the. It's an angel. What can we actually do when we hit the mother lode, though? I guess we'll find out. We'll get a lot of treasures, but that's about it. We're at 4. I think we just die from this, right? Yeah, I can't counter it. GG. You got it. We didn't get any of our treasure makers in a treasure deck, even though the whole deck is treasure makers. So, you know, it's unfortunate, but that's kind of how the cookie crumbles. Still, we're never going to stop looking for treasure. The Brazen Coalition is a confederacy of ships. Just like me. I am also a confederacy of ships. Oh, this guy's got a long name that nobody can pronounce. Alright, one goes first. I don't like that. I got Goldhound, which is not what I want, but is what I got. Alright, dinosaurs. Dinosaurus. Do dinosaurs have boar wipes? I wonder. Restless Ridgeline. Wow, that's a tapland. That's a trampler. What do we do here? I can't actually play 2 things. So I think it's better to play the Riveteers Requisitioner since I cannot play two things. You can trample if you like. How many treasures we got? 1, 2, 3. 3 treasures. Plus 2 more land. It's 6 mana. That's not a lot. And this guy's already pretty belligerent. He's gonna bushwhack me? No. He's just gonna search. Oh, he wants to maintain his land drop, which is fair, but what else is he gonna do? I need a lot of mana for what I have planned, and I'm not drawing them yet. Yet. Maybe I'll draw them eventually. No attacks, huh? Hey, if you're not gonna attack, should I attack? Then I can't crew the Belligerent. And I really want to crew the Belligerent. Do I sack the Goldhound just so that I can crew the Belligerent? That feels kind of bad. Alright. Let me be Belligerent. He blocks! If I'm going to use a treasure anyways, there's no reason to put up the Mirrex for that, right? What is that? Instant speed treasure? Or instant speed something? I don't know. What can he play? I am very belligerent. I don't know if this was a good hand either. I mean, this deck does kind of require a perfect hand to kind of go off. Otherwise, it's iffy. Our opponent's getting a lot of lands with their bushwhack, which you can do that, but it's not really a good strategy. So they probably have a bad hand too. This one also can grow into whatever creature he plays, but he didn't play any creature. That's a 4 mana, but he had 4 mana to begin with. He's gonna kill my Belligerent? That would make me sad. Please don't do it. I'm not that belligerent, guys. Come on. Be cool. Just be cool. He's going to combat. Are you gonna just be cool? Thank you. That is not a card I wanted to see. Do I just attack with the Goldhound? In this case, because I can't attack with the Belligerent? Oh, that feels bad. That feels real bad. I mean, this is a first strike menace. He can't block. I can deal that 1 damage. Got him. I mean, I got him on the ropes, really thinking about the Belligerent. I'm gonna have to play a Mirrex just to crew it. I mean, okay. It would be fair to keep the Riveteers Requisitioner, but then I could not have played a Belligerent without sacrificing the Goldhound. And I don't know if that was a better play. When it enters the battlefield, you may pay 2, deal damage equal to control to another target creature. Do I want him to... I don't want to bounce my Goldhound. That feels dumb. I guess he can, if he wants to, he can kill my Goldhound. If you think that's worth it. Attack. Okay, can I make enough Mirrex tokens? So I can make 1 right now. I can just do this. That also works, right? I can just make this into a 5/4. Then I don't ever have to worry. Don't play a land yet. Does he have a singular mana spell that takes care of an artifact? That's interesting. What does he have? Or is he just on full control mode? I don't know how to read his name. I do know how to attack. And make treasures! That's just an iteration. That's not good. Alright, what does this say? I can play it. That's it. I can just play it. Nothing else. I can't shuffle it. You may look at the top card anytime, and you may play land card. Okay, that's it. I can just play. That's not great. I don't want to do that. Just gonna get on board and maybe. How much mana would I have next turn? 5, 6, 7. If I attack, I'll have 8. That's only 8. Bonehorde Dracosaur. Just gonna let me go to my turn. Oh, it's just gonna die, right? So that's no bueno, but death is death. Maybe I'll be able to cast something quickly. Do I have enough? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do have enough. Time for me to hit the mother lode. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, so I don't want this to be first. I want this to be first. I want to copy that first so I can double the mother lode. I guess. Here's a gold hound. 9 treasures. Okay. This is a free cast, right? And then mother lode again. Big score. Guess I'll discard this. I got 15 tap treasures. Oh boy. Our opponent's gonna eat it next turn. I even have make this appear if I need it. Topiary Stomper. Do I want to counter a Topiary Stomper? He'll have 4 mana left, right? I think countering a Topiary Stomper is worth it here. Does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he'll get his 7th mana. Actually, he has enough to pay, so no. He has a treasure. This isn't Vigilance. So, I will make 15 1/1s. He's at 13. No matter how he blocks, they will still die. So, GG. Unless he can kill me this turn. Which I'm not putting it past him, but still, I don't see it. But oh boy, that is a lot of treasures. Do I want to block this at all? I take. What does this do? Just upkeep, right? So damage did not trigger anything here. But let me just be sure. I'll get an extra treasure. I might be able to use that for something. 5 damage. That's a lot, but that's just a trade for a treasure. I have a lot more treasure now. 18 treasures. It's like playing EDH. Did I just dockside someone? I will go to my turn. This is the beauty of the game. Alright, here's first Galvanic. Here's second Galvanic. Copy that Galvanic, so we copy the copy. It's like we're taking extra turns, except I don't need it. This is how many? I lost count, but 9, right? 9 damage. Alright, now we'll big score. Let's see what we can draw out of that. 9, 10, 11. Not quite what I expected, but okay, we can go for an attack. How many can you block? I don't need all 9. I don't need to hold all 9 back, so I'm gonna attack with like 7. If I attack with 9, right, I can deal 9 damage to him. 10, 11. That's not lethal. I thought I would draw extra 1 damage somewhere. I'll put back. No, no, no. This he can block with whichever, so no point in attacking with this. Not right now, anyways. We'll kill one of those. We'll kill their mana makers. I forgot this is also a card draw. I should have played this first. Maybe I was another burn down the house that would have ended the game. Yeah, for some reason I thought burn down the house was 5 damage, so I thought it was 15 damage. It was only 9. But 9 damage is a lot for triple copy. Does he have a counterspell? What's he holding up? I'm confused here. I'll discard this Spire here. Oh boy. Is that enough? If I attack with these two, it would have been enough. But the way it looks like I'm just gonna hurl him into history here. Good luck. He's gonna top deck Cavern now. That's 2 1/1s, right? Oh, what? Just one? If you exile a land. Okay, if you need to exile both cards to get both effects. No Caverns. So Hurl's gonna counter whatever spell he plays. Unless it's a non-creature spell somehow. That would be weird. When it enters the battlefield? What if it didn't enter the battlefield? What if it just didn't? Huh? Yeah, what if that was the case? What am I... Okay. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only 5. Okay, so we will burn down the house to make 1/1s. Or will we burn down a house just to burn down the house? Burn down the board? No, you know what? I'll deal 5 to the board. I got Chandra. All to your face. Only 7. Bring him down to 1. If I had attacked there, it would have been different, but you never know what you were going to draw, and it didn't matter. You're at 1. Precarious, but also dead to the Chandra play. Next turn. GG.
Enough talking. Let's do this.
I'm gonna be safe and just deal 4 damage to you. Can he gain 4 life out of this? No.
You're toast.
Haha, toast. Alright, we got our treasures. That was exhilarating play, right? We got like what, 17 treasures in 1 turn. It's almost like we got Dockside in standard. That was amazing. I love it. I hit the Mother Lode there. I found my treasures and we got to out-treasure the opponent. We got all these things dumped on top of them and they had to leave. Alright, well that's a fun game. I think this deck really is just an amazingly fun time to play. It's not great, it's not top tier. Any format of the meta, I don't believe. Tier list 1, tier list 2, tier list 3. I don't think it's top tier anywhere there, but it's a heck of a lot of fun to play. And when you get that Mother Lode with a copy, and you get like 13, 14 treasure tokens in 1 turn, That you feel the difference. You feel it. You feel your opponent just kind of cringing and sitting back in the chair and just feeling like, oh, how am I supposed to overload this? Or how am I supposed to overcome this? That's how it feels. This is great. I love this. I love this deck. I love what it can do. I love what's meant to do. Even though there's nothing really as a finisher in the deck, it's really just we hit the mother lode. We try to just burn down the house over and over until our opponent really leaves. We get Invasion of Arcavios into sideboard and get double the turns, and then witness the future, and then get more burn on the house, and we'll keep burning them down until they stop. That's the idea of the deck. All right, that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.